everyone. Welcome to Shannon Confidential. I'm Shannon, your host, and this is a podcast about life, love, and everything in between. And there is a lot in between in this world. We are all insecure. We all have issues. We all have family problems, friend problems, children problems, work problems, but we also have good things, bad things, pet issues. We all have shit, so this podcast is just to bring it all together so we can all relate to each other and talk about things and share things that we all have in common that maybe we don't talk about, or maybe we think we're the only ones going through it. Well, I'm here to tell you, you are never the only one going through anything. Trust me on that one. And today we're going to talk about something that a lot of my friends have had to deal with. I know I have had to deal with, and there was a time in my life I was actually one of those things, and that's called a toxic friend. They're awful. I can look back on who I was many years ago, because of course I've fixed my flaws. Kidding. But in any case, what I'm saying is we've all had our moments that we're not really proud of, and you can change. You can change and become a better person, but first you have to acknowledge that you're even a toxic friend, because you can't fix what you don't think is broken, and that is an absolute fact in life. And toxic friends are, and this goes to guys, girls, you could even have a toxic family member. We'll just put it, toxic friends, it doesn't matter. And those are those people who don't bring you up in life. Maybe, they just talk about all the bad things that go on in life, or, they don't appreciate anything, or they judge, or they're just negative Nellies, or Debbie Downers. They're that wah, that person when they're walking up to you and you see them coming and they just don't have a good vibe. They have that negative energy. They don't uplift you. They don't, bring your spirits up when they're around. They bring you down. So when they're walking towards you, you're thinking, oh my gosh, someone call me. Let me pretend I'm on the phone. Let me pretend I just got a text message, because you just want to fake not being able to talk to that person. And if you're not sure if that's you, it's a pretty good chance that probably is you, because you'll know if it's not. So don't be that person that people don't want to be around, and don't be that person that not only gossips, but you're also a toxic friend if you engage in that gossip. Look, no one is perfect in this world, and you have no idea what people are going through. You don't know what's going on in their house. Maybe they're going through depression. Maybe they have an illness. There's all sorts of illnesses out there that people keep to themselves, because everybody doesn't have to expose every secret or every personal issue. So you don't really know what that person's going through. And if you are judging someone, first of all, shame on you. If you're judging someone you don't really know, well, that's just awful. And if you are part of a conversation where the only thing you're doing is yapping about somebody or someone that you're judging, shame on both of you. Be a lady, be a class act. And if you are around someone doing that, the best thing you can do, not only for your energy, but to maybe bring them up, is to say, you know what? I'm not interested in that. I don't know that person, and I would rather not have this conversation about someone I don't even know. If I choose not to like somebody, that's my choice for my reasons. It's not something I'm going to discuss with you. Or you could say, I know her, and you know what? I don't think she's that bad, so I'd like to end this conversation. There's nothing wrong with saying that. That makes you the better person, the kinder person. That makes you the person that other person you're talking to, maybe it will be a wake-up call. Maybe she'll be like, wow, someone just called me out. Maybe I need to check myself. So there's all these different things that you can do, not only to not get involved in gossip, but to stop it. And then there's another thing that is awful you should do. People make mistakes. I've made them. I've made whoppers. I've made ones that I have brought my family to their knees. I have disappointed my children. I have disappointed myself. I have hurt friends. I have not been a good friend. I have in the past been a very toxic friend. And I have to tell you, people change. I know I have. And the last thing that you should do is judge someone for something they did in the past, because I am about certain none of us have a clear past. We're all going to hell. Life's not fair. We do things. So you can't just say this person did that and she's a forever bad person. Be a part of the difference, not part of the problem. Help that person get to the next level. Believe in that person. People screw up in life. It doesn't mean that they're bad or they're awful. They screwed up and they know it. Trust me, I know it. And that's why I tried so hard to be the better person and to think things through and not be that gossipy person and not be all of those things that once affected me and brought me to a very bad place. And if you watched my previous episode, that black mist in the corner, trust me, I'm sure it sucked onto all of that negative energy. What I'm trying to say is just don't be that person. And also being a toxic friend is that friend that's not reliable. That friend where you always have to have that plan B because it's inevitable. She says or he says, let's get together. Oh, that's great. Let's have lunch. Okay, you set the date and time and you get that text message. Oh, I can't make it. Life happens. I get it. That's happened to me. But a pet peeve of mine is a canceler, because what you have to realize is, and this can be in your friendships, in your work environment, when you make plans with somebody, you schedule your day or that coming event around that lunch or that meeting or whatever you want, your that hair appointment, whatever it is. And so you may be asked to do this, you may be asked to do that, or maybe you rework your schedule so you can have lunch with that friend you haven't seen in a while. And then so this person, say I go through all this, I reschedule everything, and then I get a text message, oh, by the way, I can't make lunch. And that's like the fourth or fifth, and you've done it multiple times. That just makes you extremely selfish and rude, because not only are you not considerate, you're not considerate of my time and everything I had to do to make sure I went to lunch with you that day. Be reliable. If you say you're going to do something, do it. Be there for your friends. Ladies, boys, girls, support each other. Be there for each other. If you are making plans with someone and you know that maybe it's going to work out, maybe it's not, say that up front. Say, hey, we'll make lunch plans, but let's just, let's reevaluate it the night before just to make sure we're both good, confirmed. But if you think, trust me on this, if you think all the time that you cancel that no one gets it, well, sweethearts, the only person you're fooling is yourself, because everybody gets it. And it's just not good. And people are your friends because they like you. Don't be that person that's not reliable and just don't be that person at work. Don't be that person at home. Don't be that mom. Don't be that spouse or girlfriend or boyfriend. Just be reliable. Be who you would want, treat others the way you want to be treated. It goes back to that old cliche. And part of making sure you can have that type of atmosphere around you is you have to engage people with your similar values. Now, if you have no values, well then this podcast is about you. But if you do have values, you want people who also believe in reliability, who respect your time, who respect who you are, who respect your friends. This is a perfect time to tell you a story that has bothered me for some time now. And this is just bothers me because I guess if you're a friend of mine, I'm very protective. I'm an Irish Italian with a splash of Russian. I'm very protective. So when I see things that happen to friends of mine and people I care about, it really bothers me. So I'm not going to say names because I hope she doesn't, well, she's probably going to watch this podcast, but I hope she doesn't mind that I'm going to use something that happened way, way back in her past as an example now. But in any case, I had a friend of mine that had a house guest. This girl used to live in the same apartment complex as her. And she moved away, and she comes back into town for business every now and then, and she stays with my girlfriend. She's a wonderful house guest. She contributes to dinners. She cleans up after herself. She's not a mood. She's not using my friend. She, this is what friends do. When friends come into town, you say, come, stay with me. That's not a problem. Some people buy futons because they don't want it to be comfortable. I know that trick too. But with that said, when this girl comes into town, she's come into town before, she stays with my girlfriend. Now, that's not the part that bothers me. The part that bothers me is the other mutual friends in the apartment complex that may not particularly like this girl. And this is my personal opinion. I don't think they even know her that well. But they would send my girlfriend text messages saying, you need to tell her leave. You need to tell her she can't stay with you anymore. People don't know why she's at your house. Why are you even friends with her? Who does that? If you do that, shame on you. She's not staying at your house. She's not your house guest. She's not even your friend. So what do you care? And what kind of person sits around? Okay, I'll tell you. The kind of person that sits around and goes, oh my God, I have no idea why she would have that girl. I don't even like that girl. I didn't even like her when she lived here. I can't believe she moved. Why? She's just using her. That person, you are so bored. You have nothing good going on in your life. So the only thing that just consumes your energy is negativity. Do something. Go paint by numbers. I don't know. Do something. Do a puzzle. Anything is better to occupy your brain than figuring out or degrading someone's friend or someone's house guest. Who cares? And if you are surrounded by people that are honestly asking you, why is she there? Well, two peas in a pod, misery loves company. Maybe there's a reason why the two of you are having that conversation. Y'all belong together. Check yourself. You're a toxic friend. So I'm going to be honest with you. You're a toxic friend. Gossip is awful. It's awful. And you know why? Because that's like the bully in the playground. You would never want to be gossiped about. I don't care how strong you are. I don't care how secure you are. I don't care how confident you are and who you are. Look, I am really comfortable in my own skin. You want to gossip about me? Gossip about me. The sun's still going to rise and set. I'm still going to go to sleep next to the most amazing man in the world. I don't really give a shit what you think.
Woo, woo.
It's true, sorry. But it doesn't mean I like it. I would be lying to you if I said it didn't hurt. I'm a sensitive person. I care. I might not care about you, but I don't want gossip about me. I just wouldn't. I'm going to put it out there. I wear it on my sleeve. I wouldn't want to be gossiped about. So I really make that conscious effort not to be the person who does that. No one is perfect. I can't not say that enough, but here's a little thing. It's funny, I was told this, there's like a term for this, but I can't think of it. Before you engage in a conversation, think. All right, and that doesn't mean just think. Obviously that means think, but think means, is what you're going to say true? Is it helpful? Is it inspiring? Is it necessary? And is it kind? If you think before you speak and you cannot say yes to those, shut your mouth. Find something else to talk about. And not for nothing, but all of us who are trying to defy the aging process, do you have any idea how many wrinkles that scowl causes? You know what people get this line all the time is because they're always frowning. Their skin sags. It sucks the life out of you. And for all of you that are in relationships, listen, I'm not a man, if you haven't figured that out yet. But I do my best to try to understand it, and in some ways I kind of think like one. I really kind of do. They don't like it. If you're coming home to the house and your husband's working or working from home or whatever, they don't think like women, and that's fine. That's why we're different. And you're walking in and you're, and you're on the phone, and you're texting and everything's, they're not going to want to be around you. They're probably afraid to tell you that, but I'm going to tell you. They probably don't want to be around you. Everybody loves confidence. And let me tell you something, ladies and men. There is nothing sexier than a confident woman and a confident man. There is nothing uglier than someone who only sees ugly. So, thank you. I'm going to be serious about that. And I don't care if you're not the most beautiful woman in the world or the most gorgeous guy in the world. If you are confident and positive and you've got this great energy, you are beautiful. You are handsome. You're everything people want to be around because you're that energy. Everybody loves that positive energy. So try to be more like that. You know, don't be the Debbie Downer. Have the values. Don't talk about your friends. Support each other. People, we have one life. We have one life to live. We get one chance at this. And we've all, history has shown, made some big mistakes. And as people, we make mistakes. But we have to be there to learn from them, acknowledge them so you can learn from them, lift each other up, Everybody gets a gimme. Now, if you have a friend that's, dealing drugs or involved in something that's not safe, or could put you in danger or your children in danger, or they're just doing things like maybe they drink too much or something like that, that's a different issue entirely. That's not a toxic friend. That's a friend that has a problem. And I'm not saying don't always support them and be there for them, but be there for them in a different way. Get them help, try to guide them, and there is nothing wrong with walking away from a bad friendship. There's nothing wrong with having a best friend that went south and saying, I'm sorry, I have to end this. I need that give and take relationship, and you're just a taker, or you're too dangerous, or you're too drink. Even if you're too afraid to be honest about it, don't be honest, but you can disengage from that friendship and put yourself first, put your family first, put your marriage or your relationship first. Don't bring in that toxicity. And that's what I'm going to say about that. Just let it go. Cleanse your soul, cleanse your heart, be a better person. If you are one of the toxic people I just talked about, don't give up on yourself. I won't give up on you. Be better. Just turn yourself around. And if you just don't know how to do that, or you just don't get what I'm saying, you want to email me, I'll help you through it. I'm not going to leave you out there alone unless you're just a nasty person. Then I'm going to have to detach. So that's it about toxic friends. Don't be one, don't have one. Support each other, and let's rise each other up. Get on up, people. Woo. Thank you. And now is the time for my Be Kind quote of the day. And this is a quote I would like you to take into next week. Think about it, savor it, and try to use it to implement some goodness in your life. And the quote today comes from Audrey Hepburn, because she's fabulous and wonderful and was such an amazing dresser. And that is, the best thing to hold on to in this life is each other. You gotta rise up, hold on to each other. Girl power. Thank you. And now it's time for the Style Secret segment. And this is where I take things that either I have used or my friends have used or someone has talked about or even Matthew has used, and they like this product. And instead of keeping it to yourself, I share it to hopefully maybe you'll use it and you'll get something good out of it, kind of just paying it forward. So my Style Secrets today is Meaningful Beauty by Cindy Crawford. Now, all right, so I had to tell a little story about this. We've all seen the infomercials. I've never sat and watched the whole thing, but I do know Cindy Crawford's quite gorgeous and she doesn't age. So if she's gonna talk about a product that she uses, I'm gonna listen. So they say the best friend to have is one with a boat. The best friend to have is one who watches infomercials, gets stuff on auto delivery, and then never uses it and has a ton of it, Lacey, in her bathroom, because I was able to finally try Meaningful Beauty, that infomercial that Cindy Crawford does, and this is her line, and it's really amazing. I'm not saying I'm Cindy Crawford. I might age backwards, at least that's what I'm hoping for. But it is fabulous. I do use it. It's making me feel great. I use it under my eyes. I use the moisturizer. I use the sunblock. I know there's a nighttime cream, I think, that's coming. That's that it's by the melon. I think the melon. Can't wait, because that's from her doctor that I'm forgetting his name, so sorry. But anyway, it's supposed to be like the youth serum. So I can't wait to start using that. So I want to pay forward the Meaningful Beauty because I do appreciate the donation for my hoarding moisturizer friend Lacey to allow me to use it. It really is an amazing product. So if you haven't tried, you want to try it, I like it. Thank you. And I love the confidential questions. Everything I'm hearing from all of you, the followers, the suggestions, the ideas, they have been so spectacular. Sarah, thank you for such the positive input on my intro. I really, really appreciate everything you guys are saying to me. I do take it to heart. So if you have any suggestions, questions, something I've talked about, something I haven't talked about, absolutely feel free to contact me, and you can email me at shannonconfidential007@gmail.com. Thank you. hello to say that I finally have my own merchandise with my logo. How cool is that? And what a perfect time, not that I would ever have thought I would have a mask, but we have Shannon Confidential masks. You can order one on Redbubble. That's redbubble.com. Search Shannon Confidential. So I have masks by Redbubble, my coffee mugs. I have a coaster here. I do have hats coming. They are from my friend Jennifer, so she's putting her business together, and I'm in love. I love a trucker hat. So she put together some hats for me. So Jennifer, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love them. If you're interested in any of this, go to Redbubble for the black and white items. And I will have a link to all of the bling that I've worn in the past and my trucker baseball caps. You can also follow me on Facebook at Shannon Confidential. You can follow me on Instagram at Shannon_Confidential. You can follow me on Twitter at ShannonConfide7. I'm on YouTube, Shannon Confidential. I'm on Apple Podcast at Shannon Confidential. And of course, email me, ShannonConfidential007@gmail.com. Thank you, everybody, and I will see you next week.